Hello and welcome back for episode 8. I've started the complete rebuild, so this is a brand new project. I migrated a few things from other projects like the black outline material and a couple of other little bits, but when it comes to the inventory it was from the ground up built again. So I'll give you a quick example of where I'm at right now. It's by no means finished at all, there's still a huge amount to do, but again, we can pick up things, we can view them in the inventory, we can drop them. My drop location's a bit strange, so I've got to have a look at that. It seems to drop it behind her every time. And we also have containers. So these are using exactly the same logic as my character for her inventory. They just use that logic their own way. I'll show you a bit more of that in a second, but now we can put things in the containers, and we've only got one thing left in our inventory, and we can take it back out of the containers, and we can still drop it and do whatever else we want with it. So I'll give you a quick rundown of the logic behind all this. As with the rest of my videos, that they're not tutorials, and this one even more so isn't a tutorial. The code is everywhere at the moment, but I've done it a lot better than I did my first attempt. I'll show you how. So my player character, if you'd seen my previous videos, there was a huge amount of code going on in my player character. Now, all this is the default stuff that comes with the third-person blueprint, and then all I've got is these few things. So we've got my line trace to check if it's an interactable actor, and then it draws that white line around it to say we can interact. A couple of other little bits. This is setting the visibility of the inventory, interacting, and then this is just a little bypass, so just to say to our inventory component that we're picking something up. And that inventory component, which is over here, that is where all the magic happens. I'll show you that now. So there's a huge amount of code in here. So this component, I can give it to anything that I can interact with. So if it's a vehicle, a chest to store my items in, anything I want to have an inventory of any kind, all I have to do is put this within that actor. So even an enemy, I can put this on an enemy and it can have its own inventory. Then I can set up some logic so it can draw different weapons from that inventory if I wanted. And then also on death, I could go over to him and loot his body. And it's all contained in this one component, and it's a matter of just giving this component to the actor and it does everything for you. So there's a lot of what I've done previously in my videos that is all accumulated in this one actor now, this one actor component, sorry. So the picking up logic is the same as it was before. On begin play we just set a few variables and things. Then the drop in logic is almost identical than it was before. And then really it's just this little bit which is interacting with a container, so I can put things in and draw things out. So yeah, like I say, it's not a tutorial. I've got to try and follow this myself and figure out what I've done. So I've commented everything best I can. But basically, when we interact with a container, it'll send this message to us, this container, and we create that widget which pops up on the screen, and it's got our inventory on the left and the containers on the right. Adds it to the viewport. Then we tell the container to get its inventory and put it in this new widget for us. So what it does, it's got its inventory item saved here, and it will just add a child to this inventory. And then when we're closing the container, when we're leaving it, what we do, we basically get all those items and put them back in our inventory, and the container does the same. And that's it. There's no complicated code here. Once I've neatened it up, I can probably go through it a little bit better. But there's still a few things I need to do first. So this is going to change slightly. So currently I can drop stacks of items. So if I've got ammo that's stacked up to say 100 and I want to drop 50, I can do that. I can probably show you that. Go into actors, interactable pickups. I think I've got a test pickup. There it was. Right, I'll throw a couple of these down. These are stackable items. It's just a test. It's got a random number in. I think there's 3 in there possibly. Let's have a look. Oh no, they're not stackable. Let's make them stackable. Put 5 in that one. 10 in that one. So I can go and pick these up. So yeah, got 15 there now. So now if I drop, the little slider pops up and I can drop 8. Got 7 left in my inventory. Then pick that up, back to 15 again. Drop all, gets rid of the whole stack. So currently I can do that with my inventory. I can't. In fact, I haven't actually tested a stackable out unless I presume the whole thing's just going to go in there. Yeah. So I'd still need to do some work so we can draw out less than the maximum stack, because we don't want to have, I don't know, 1,000 assault rifle ammo and then have to put it all in the container. We do want to be able to select a portion. So I think there's going to be like a little slider on here, or I might do it like I do in my inventory. So when you press that, it will come up with the new option box with a little slider on. So there's that. These buttons, I might actually, it's a bit unintuitive to go and click here, then click that. It all makes sense as arrows, but I'm thinking it might be nicer if I click this and a little button appeared next to it, and then next one down, a little button would appear next to that, so I could just throw it straight in. And then I might save this central section for item stats and things like that. So if you're looking at a gun, it'll tell you its fire rate and its range, and all that goodness in the middle. So yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll spawn a button every time. But yeah, that's where we're at. Be back again probably in a couple of days once I've got all the stacking things done, and then we can move on to equipping weapons again. I'd got to that stage before, and yeah, I've got some ideas of how to do that better as well. It's always good to dive into some projects that you know nothing about, to test if you can do it. And I've done it last time. I've done it quite well. I created an inventory. I could equip weapons to my body, and I learned a huge amount by making loads of mistakes. And now I've gone through with this inventory, and it was so easy to build because I was aware of all those issues that I had last time, and all those struggles and things. So yeah, failure is a learning experience. It's good. Right, I'll see you next time. Bye.